went to a train show last weekend. It was called the All Trains Swap Meet, and it was near Dayton, Ohio. And these are some of the bargains that I found. There was a little bit of snow outside, but inside the building you could find a whole lot of sellers who were eager to work with you and make deals and move some of their products, both new and used. How could you pass up this deal? $10 even if it's still in the box. So, I spent my first $20 here. This is an older Lionel Alco. It was advertised by the seller as a dummy unit, but when you turned it over, you could see that there were gears in one of the trucks, and the motor was simply removed. So it began life as a motorized unit. At some point, somebody painted it in this New York Central paint scheme, and unfortunately, the spray paint they used reacted with the plastic and left this sort of weird texture over all of it. So I think that's a good candidate for a full repaint. This is still pretty old, but it's newer than that New York Central unit. It's a Lionel Alco for Union Pacific. It has one motor in the back, and it actually works. Forward, neutral, reverse, all fine. This guy was marked $30, but the seller accepted $20. So I think I'm just going to keep this. I don't have any of the Union Pacific line, but this could be my first. And I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, maybe oil the gears, and that'll be it. The holiday trains at the Cincinnati Museum Center have rekindled my interest in the Baltimore and Ohio Railway. This boxcar was sitting on that table where everything was $10. I think I might be the first person to have ever taken this out of the box. The original packaging all seams here. The car itself is still in a plastic bag. The only thing that might be missing would be a warranty card, but I don't know if something like this even came with a warranty card. This is going to be a keeper. I'm not going to touch it. I will try to keep it as new as possible, although it's tempting to put it between a Williams F7 diesel and maybe a few of my Baltimore and Ohio passenger cars. I think I have to do that. At least once. This passenger car is also from the $10 table, and I didn't even bother to open it up. For $10, a passenger car in its original box is a bargain. And then I got it home and took it out of the bag, and I started researching the number on the side, which is 6616. The only passenger car that matches that number is something from Missouri and Pacific. So I'm beginning to wonder if maybe Chesapeake and Ohio was applied over a Missouri and Pacific graphic by a previous owner. It's a bit of a mystery, and I don't really like the colors on this to begin with, so it might just end up being repainted. I hesitate to say last but not least, because this actually might be the least, or at least the least favorite of what I bought at the show, are these two gondola cars that came with a locomotive. This was a puzzle both to me and the seller. There is not a manufacturer listed on the frame, the shell. We couldn't figure it out. He had $30 on it. I kind of looked at it back and forth. I looked on my phone to try to see what this was. He did too. We couldn't figure it out. And eventually he just said, "Why don't you take it for $25? So I did. A motorized locomotive plus two cars for $25 is pretty good. This has only a single can motor. I took it to the test track and it ran well. It ran well in one direction. I don't think it has a reversing unit in it. I decided to do some proper research when I got home, and I discovered that it was made by Lionel. It's part of this heavy-duty construction set that included 3 gondolas, some track, a transformer, and a few little construction cars with the locomotive. For the quality of this product, I think $139 is way overpriced. But what I did discover that made me smile was this B&O boxcar on eBay was selling for $99, and another one was about $130. So I think my $10 investment paid off. The Union Pacific Alco that I paid $20 for, the cheapest one I could find, is $40. And there's another one on here for $69.95. So $20 is not too bad. Alright, so let's add up the costs. The New York Central Alco was $10. The Union Pacific Alco, $20. The Baltimore and Ohio boxcar, $10. A passenger car was also $10. And the engine with the matching gondola cars was $25. For a grand total of $75, which isn't too bad. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but if I wanted to, I could list these on eBay and maybe double my money. But I'm going to see what I can make out of these. So thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care.